What is up, everyone? My name is Joel, and today I want to showcase a project I have been working on. What is this project? This project is a game made on Godot. Godot is a platform where you can make games. It's actually very beginner friendly, and since I am a beginner, I wanted to start making the game here. Maybe I will change the platform later if it is possible. And I wanted to do a 3D fantasy game. Now, I wanted to showcase all the progress on the game because I want to be able to get as many opinions as I can to implement in the game. These can be like new movement mechanics, new enemies, new quests even. And I wanted to make this game with passion. I wanted to have the community like inside the game and to be able to make this to the liking of everyone. Um, Now I have only been coding for like two weeks, so I am not really good at this, but I will be better, I promise. Right now we have this little mesh capsule that is actually our main character, and we also have the camera. I want the camera to be like a 3D, like Dark Souls camera, if you know what I mean, like from a third person point of view. We also have a little testing area. I will show what I have been doing until now. The character falls because it has gravity. Then it can walk. Right now it only walks on WASD, but I'm thinking of implementing like controller movement also. It can also sprint. As you can see through this pillar, it actually moves faster. It can also dash. And right now it can also jump. Now, I don't really have anything else to showcase you as of right now, but I wanted to explain a little of the movement and expose what I have been really working on, like the methods to do what I just did. Now, on Godot, the movement usually is done by velocities. Let's take this velocity for example, and we can make it as dash velocity. Sorry, I'm writing on my mouse, so it can be a little bit shaky. If we put a value for the velocity like 2, and then we put a new value for the movement velocity like 3, these two will overlap, causing the game to crash. So, maybe this is really well known in the coding community, I don't really know. I have come up with like a vectorial movement like program, you could say that. I don't really know the name. So basically, what have I really been doing? Let's take like velocity total, for example. I will make this a sum of all the vectors. So we can have the vector dash, and we can also add up the vector movement. Okay, so what do I mean by this? Instead of applying the velocity to each individual thing, I have been doing vectors for each value. For example, on Godot, there are three vectors. There's gonna be the z, y, and x. I don't know if you have already learned these in maths, if you are in school, but basically these are like the three main vectors. You could say that. And then through applying a certain vector, for example, I have the movement here and the dash, I will be creating a new total vector. Now, how does this work? Let me just get this a little bit cleaner. So we could have the movement create this vector. Boom. Let's name it like A. This is vector A. Then we can have the dash create like, for example, this vector. Let's name it B. Now, through the combination of these vectors, through adding them up in a single vector, the movement, the total movement in this case, will just turn into this plus this that will give us this vector. Let's name it T for total. Basically, this is going to be the main source for the movement. Now, I will explain like why does this work? Because by only creating one vector, we are not overlapping the velocities, and then this will be like the main source to be able to apply new movement mechanics like grappling hooks, maybe like double jumps, and it will make our life a lot easier. That's why I wanted to have your opinion on this, if you think this is a really good method. And I also wanted new movement mechanics that I could maybe implement, because through this process it will be much easier. Now I could really showcase the code right now, but I don't really know if it's really good, if it needs some refining. So I don't want to be uh, like giving the bad ideas to people that might also want to make a game. But basically, this is how the movement works as of right now. It's not really complicated. It's like a vectorial, all a vectorial process. In Godot, there is the vector three that is gonna be used mainly for 3D games. If you use the vector two, you will use it maybe for 2D games since they work on an axis. But yeah, this is it. I hope you enjoyed. I hope you can really help me make this game greater. I also didn't say this before, but you also need like money to be able to post your game. So I was hoping I could get like that from the channel. Okay, I really appreciate all the support you can give me. If you could like subscribe, like, I do really appreciate it. And peace out. I hope I see you again.